Hey there you guys, welcome back. In this segment today we're going to be planting some Dahlia tubers. Tubers, toes, I'm not sure, people call these things many different things, but dahlias are a beautiful flower. Absolutely beautiful. My grandmother got me into growing dahlias. She had an amazing selection of them. They are stunning, fairly easy to grow, a little bit more detailed in getting those show quality blooms, but all in all, it's a really fun plant to grow. Some of them get really big, some of them stay small. Just, again, a lot of fun to grow. So anyway, let's start these early inside so that maybe we can get some flowers a little bit earlier in the season. And that's what I'm trying to do. So this one is a really cool one. What is this one called again? This one's called Twinnings Smarty. As you can see, the flowers have different colored petals. Thought that was really fun. So let's give this a try. I've got an 8 or 10 inch pot here. I will be putting some paper towel in the bottom to just stop the soil from going through the holes. And yeah, let's get right to it. So here I have my pot. I didn't wash it out from last season. That's a no-no, but I didn't have time. Likely excuse, Bill. Likely excuse. So I'm going to put some paper towels in the bottom. Let's open up this this beautiful variety. Oh, and I must say that I did make labels for these. All of the bulbs that I've been planting, I made some labels beforehand. So I just stick it in the pot so I never forget. Very smart. They all look the same until they start to sprout, right? So we'll open this up. They usually store these things either in sawdust or peat moss. They kind of look like a potato. Really interesting looking bulb. Tuber. I would call it a tuber. My grandmother used to call them toes. This has one growth section on it. There might end up being more as time goes on, but for now that's good. It's showing some signs of life. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some pre-moistened light peat soil with added drainage with perlite and whatnot. This is just an all-purpose soil mix. I'm just going to put about an inch or two on the bottom. Again, you want to do pre-moistened, just so that the soil is just damp. You don't want to water these too much until they start to grow. If they're too moist in the beginning, they could rot. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant this on top of the soil like that. You want to make it so that it's about 4 inches deep. So now we're just going to put some soil on the top of this. 4 inches worth of soil. A little bit more. Just going to firm it down, but don't go too crazy. Because remember, there is a little growth point in there, and you don't want to snap that off. Be very mindful of that. Okay, and since this is pre-moistened, we don't need to water it in. We could just leave it the way that it is, put it in a warm spot. When the soil becomes dry to the touch, you want to water it well, and then let it dry down again until you start to see the growth coming out through the top. The moment you start to see growth starting in the soil, or starting to come out of the soil, you can start increasing the watering a little bit. Don't overdo it. You want to make sure that there's good root development before you actually start watering it really well. Dahlias, when they're in full growth, they don't want to be dry. They like to be kept evenly moist. Not soaking wet, but regular waterings is key. And make sure it's in a nice rich soil. So anyway, I will keep you posted as to when this starts to sprout, and stay tuned for updates in the garden, because this hopefully will be a showstopper. How tall does this one say it gets? This one's supposed to get about 36 inches tall. So again, this is what the flower is going to look like. 36 inches tall, so about 3 feet. Fingers crossed that it does really well. Very much. When you see the bulbs, or the corms, or whatever you want to call them, they look like prunes, all dried up like a big raisin. What side is up?